There are stories that are not just rumors or news, but secrets hidden behind a glamorous facade. A man, through vague documents and falsehoods, attempted to infiltrate my family's world, using fear to make people believe completely untrue things. Sensational accusations against the royal family were made, causing my loved ones, especially my mother, to face constant paranoia. We cannot deny that for decades, Princess Diana's life and legacy have captivated the world. Her grace, compassion, and especially the extraordinary connection she had with the public made her an irreplaceable icon. However, behind that glamorous image, she was a loving and self-sacrificing mother who always prioritized her family above all else. After years of being kept secret, a forgotten letter from Princess Diana to Prince William has unexpectedly resurfaced. What makes this letter so important? And could its words completely change how we understand the mother-son relationship within the royal family? The story begins with a quiet auction in London in July 2004. No sensational headlines, no dramatic events, simply a list of handwritten letters from Princess Diana put up for auction. These letters are not carefully edited official documents, but rather authentic and profound moments from her life. The letter that particularly drew attention was one about Prince William. In this letter, she is not just a mother, but a woman with profound thoughts and intense emotions. Written by Violet Collison, a close friend of the Spencer family, these letters open up a world that very few people have ever seen. These letters reveal a Diana unlike any royal figure. She wasn't a perfect woman, but a mother, a wife, and an ordinary human being with anxieties, joys, sorrows, and pressures she couldn't share with anyone. In particular, a letter written in July 1981 before her wedding to Prince Charles shows a young bride amidst the final preparations of her wedding, yet maintaining a rare composure in the midst of the chaos. The words in this letter are a clear testament to the inner strength she had to maintain through all the trials. Could these letters reveal things we never knew about Princess Diana? And why are there secrets that the world has waited until now to be revealed? The story doesn't end here, and the question remains, are these secrets really that important, or are they just small pieces in a more complex picture of royalty? There are letters that are more than just words. They are the imprints of a mother, the thoughts hidden within the lines. Princess Diana was always a symbol of compassion and closeness to the public, but her handwritten letters reveal a much deeper side. Over time, the tone in those letters changed, from the excitement of a young princess to anxiety, disappointment, and boundless devotion to her children. These letters are not simply personal notes. They are heartfelt expressions of unconditional love messages about the happiness and future of Prince William and Harry. However, what makes them extraordinary is not just what Diana wrote, but the subtle emotions behind each word. These are quiet, private moments far removed from the spotlight of the media, yet they reveal the deepest truth about the mother Diana was. One of the most notable letters written on June 21, 1989 to Sergeant George Plum is a testament to Diana's gratitude for those around her. But what's even more remarkable is that alongside her signature, there are tiny handwritten notes from William and Harry, a warm, simple family moment rarely seen in public. This not only shows Diana's love for her children, but also her desire for them to grow up in a warm and loving environment, a stark contrast to the cold and strict mold of the royal family. Undoubtedly, these letters will always be irreplaceable documents in exploring the complex relationships and genuine love between Diana and the royal family. Was her choice of how to raise her children a way of coping with the strict constraints of the royal family, or a constant struggle to retain what she considered her humanity in a world fraught with pressure and expectations? Do you believe Diana created a new model of royal parenting, or were her choices simply a reaction to the strict norms imposed by the royal family? Share your thoughts in the comments below. In a world where royalty constantly faced the spotlight and relentless media scrutiny, Princess Diana created a special space where her sons Prince William and Harry could grow up with a simple and authentic childhood. Diana, that mother, was not only a symbol of compassion, but also a strong woman willing to sacrifice her own safety so that her children could understand life outside the palace walls. According to former royal bodyguard Ken Worf, Diana did everything she could to take her children to amusement parks, let them experience simple meals at fast food restaurants, and even ride public buses together, not for PR purposes, but simply because she wanted them to understand and experience life outside the glory of royalty. However, there is a bigger question. Did Diana truly succeed in ensuring that William and Harry were not completely isolated from the real world? Or were they just a small part of a larger picture of protection and control she imposed on their lives? She created a wonderful protective environment, but also didn't forget to show her children the real world outside of royal ceremonies. Diana not only wanted her children to have a normal childhood, but also always tried to protect them from media scrutiny, which she knew very well could cause serious harm. By requiring palace officials to organize public photo shoots for important moments in her children's lives, such as their first day of school or family holidays, she created a delicate balance between respecting family privacy and the inevitable curiosity of the public. Diana's letters to William were not simply routine updates. They were profound records of a mother's love and a testament to her dedication to preparing her children for the world outside the palace, while also protecting them from the harsh realities that society could bring. By the time these letters appeared at auction in 2004, William was no longer a young boy. He has grown into a young man attending university, and perhaps the lessons Diana imparted to him from a young age continue to influence his life. It's a constant connection between mother and son, evident in every letter, every thought she shared. Princess Diana's letters are not just dry words. They are a testament to a mother's intense love and wisdom, demonstrating the profound influence she left on Prince William's life, even as the world mourns her sudden passing. She created a world where William and Harry could grow up with a simple and authentic childhood, something very few in the royal family have had the opportunity to experience. How do you feel about Diana's sacrifices and love for her children? Did she truly succeed in keeping William and Harry from becoming isolated from the real world? Leave a comment with a 2 if you agree, or a 5 if you disagree. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our latest videos. Thank you so much, and see you in the next video. 7 years after her tragic death, the monarchy had not yet fully adapted to the changes Diana had initiated, but William's increasing public appearances made many feel as though he were Diana's emotional heir. These letters were not only historical artifacts, but also reminders of what was lost. A mother who never saw her children grow up, never saw them build families, and fight for the ideals she would have been proud of. Diana never lived to see William and Harry become the men she had envisioned, but through her handwritten notes, her voice lives on. Not in polished speeches or formal appearances, but in sincere, warm, and loving words. This transformed the auction of her letters into a profoundly meaningful event allowing the world to feel Diana's presence again, even though she is no longer here. These letters are not simply documents, but a testament to the profound love she had for William and a legacy she left to her son. A legacy not just in words or images, but in the way she lived each day. For Diana, the legacy of motherhood was not just about bold choices or quiet acts of defiance against royal tradition. At the heart of it all is a simple yet profound truth. Before William and Harry became global figures, they were just two boys with an extraordinary mother. Diana understood that royal privilege always came with immense pressure. From the beginning, she was determined to give her children more than just titles or ranks. She wanted them to have a real childhood free from the constraints of royal norms. Diana's parenting style began on June 21, 1982, when she became a mother for the first time, giving birth to Prince William. At just 20 years old, Diana's transition from a young girl to a mother was a major turning point in her life. This wasn't just a role she accepted, but a mission she embraced wholeheartedly. Unlike previous royal mothers who adhered strictly to tradition, Diana chose a different path. She didn't want to be aloof from her children's lives. She wanted them to grow up in a close environment where they felt loved and cared for, where the world outside the palace wasn't something alien, but an integral part of their lives. Princess Diana was not only an icon of grace and compassion, but also a devoted mother who longed to be present in every moment of her son's life. She broke seemingly unbreakable royal rules, starting with breastfeeding Prince William, a rare act in royal history. Diana also did not let the palace decide her son's name, choosing it herself, demonstrating her strength and independence as a mother. One of Diana's most significant decisions was her refusal to have staff care for her children. Instead of following tradition when William was born, even though Prince Charles was away on official business in Australia, Diana decided not to leave her son's side. She took William with her, sending a clear message no royal duty was more important than being with her children. This was a bold decision demonstrating her devotion and responsibility to her children. As William grew older, Diana continued to defy royal expectations. Instead of hiring private tutors like previous generations of royalty, she enrolled William in a local nursery near Kensington Palace. The image of a princess personally dropping off and picking up her son was not only an act of independence, but also a quiet revolution in royal parenting. It was a testament to Diana's desire to give her children a close, simple childhood completely different from what people imagined about the life of a member of the royal family. But Diana didn't stop at those simple actions. She wanted to give her children a life free from the confines of the royal bubble. William and Harry's childhood was filled with ordinary moments that any child would wish for. Diana took them to places like McDonald's or amusement parks, not because she loved fast food, but because she wanted them to experience the things that normal children do. She also took them on the London Underground, letting them meet people who didn't bow or speak formally. These trips were not simply pleasure excursions, but meticulously planned life lessons. Diana wanted her sons to understand the world outside the palace, to see life from all perspectives. This is confirmed by Ken Worf, Diana's former bodyguard, who revealed that she chose the quietest times and minimized the presence of security on these trips. Diana even cleverly disguised herself to move unnoticed among crowds, clearly demonstrating her desire to protect her son's privacy. More than just providing her children with a close-knit childhood, Diana taught William and Harry the values of compassion. She constantly nurtured in them an open heart, ready to share and empathize with those in need. One of the most memorable moments was when she took William to visit Centrepoint, a charity that helps homeless young people in London. This was not just a visit, but a crucial lesson in love and social responsibility. Princess Diana was not only a mother, but also the founder of a completely new way of raising children within the royal family, not only changing old rules, but also defying traditional expectations. When she took William to visit homeless and underprivileged children, it wasn't just a lesson about the hardships of others' lives, but a way to teach him about the responsibilities that came with his privilege. These moments not only highlight Diana's compassion, but also affirm her determination to create a better future for her children. She not only taught them love, but also helped them understand the importance of facing the real world, a world beyond the palace walls. Diana not only changed the way children were raised in the royal family, but redefined the very concept. The relationship between her and her sons was not just that of a mother and her children, but a deep, unbreakable bond. Throughout the early 1990s, as her marriage to Prince Charles crumbled and the world witnessed the collapse of their relationship, Diana found her only anchor in the place where she placed her unwavering faith, her two sons. Amidst the chaos of royal life, the relentless media speculation, personal pain, and political intrigues within the palace, Diana devoted all her energy to raising and protecting her sons from the turmoil around them. Diana understood that under public scrutiny, raising children was not just a responsibility but a constant struggle. She chose schools that not only offered quality education, but also protected her children's privacy and mental well-being. Diana didn't simply hand her children over to the school and hope everything would be all right. She was directly involved in William and Harry's school life, participating in school events and attending every sports day. The thank you letters she wrote to school staff, these small but heartfelt gestures, further highlighted her dedication to motherhood, a role more important than anything else. When Diana and Charles officially separated in 1992, things became more difficult than ever. But Diana didn't let this change affect her parenting. Despite the constant scrutiny surrounding her royal life, Diana remained deeply involved in her children's daily lives. By 1995, when she gave her famous interview to journalist Martin Bashir, the world had witnessed the undeniable cracks in royal life. But Diana's priorities remained clear. She always put her sons first. In that interview, Diana candidly shared her desire to raise her children with kindness, love, and resilience, emphasizing the importance of emotional intelligence over adherence to royal protocol. It was a powerful moment when a princess placed humanity above all rules and traditions. Shortly afterward, Queen Elizabeth II urged Diana to finalize her divorce, marking a significant turning point in the royal family. Diana, despite facing numerous challenges in her royal life, found strength in her sons. Although she felt isolated, her voice unheard, and constantly pushed aside, William and Harry were always a solid support system, helping her weather the storms of life. When her marriage to Prince Charles ended, she faced personal pain and media pressure, but nothing could shake her devotion and love for her children. After her divorce was finalized in 1996, Diana not only lost her title as princess, but also faced a profound change in her personal life. She no longer held a royal title, and by protocol would one day have to bow to her own sons. This devastated Diana not for political or power reasons, but for something deeply personal. She was no longer recognized in the way she had been accustomed to her entire life. However, when she shared this worry with William, his response brought her more comfort than ever. William, only 14 at the time, said, "Don't worry, mother. One day when I become king, I will repay you." Although William never publicly acknowledged this story, these words reveal the deep love and respect between mother and son. After leaving the monarchy, Diana found strength not only in her personal ideals, but also in the charitable work she undertook. From homelessness to raising awareness about HIV and the fight against landmines, Diana dedicated herself tirelessly to the issues she believed in. No longer representing the monarchy, she began to represent her own values, where love, compassion, and justice played a central role. Diana also continuously sent heartfelt letters to friends, staff, and supporters. These letters not only reflected her thoughts on social issues, but also served as notes about her sons. She wrote about William's kindness, Harry's dynamism, and her hopes for their future. While Diana knew she couldn't control her sons' futures, she ensured that through love and devotion, she instilled in them qualities no royal system could fully provide: empathy, courage, and the strength to become true men. Diana's parenting style wasn't a royal duty or a part of tradition. For her, it was about being fully present, listening, and loving genuinely, consistently, and wholeheartedly. Diana was more than just a mother. She was a mother who always made time for her children no matter how difficult life got. Every night, she rocked William and Harry to sleep. Every day, she wrote them letters, and most importantly, she always told the truth, even when it was challenging. This is how she nurtured not only their bodies, but also their souls, helping them grow in an environment full of love and understanding. In 1992, the official separation of Diana and Prince Charles was not only a milestone in royal life, but also a crucial turning point in Diana's life. Although no longer living with Charles, she never let it affect her responsibilities as a mother. Diana always put William and Harry first, and during this turbulent period, she became even more dedicated to protecting their spirits and helping them navigate the difficulties that royal life and the separation brought. When William was just 10 and Harry 8, the need for family stability became increasingly urgent. Diana understood that this was a time when her love and attention would help her children thrive regardless of the changes around them. During these months, Diana managed their daily lives, directly involved in their studies and weekend plans. As the royal marriage crumbled, Diana began to be more open about her personal struggles. One of the most shocking moments being on June 29, 1994, when Charles publicly admitted his infidelity. Less than a year later, on November 20th, 1995, Diana responded in her own way through a shocking interview on the show, Panorama of the BBC. In the 38-minute interview, she candidly shared about the challenges of royal life, her struggles with mental health, and her profound feelings of loneliness. However, what moved the public most was not the revelations about Diana's private life, but her heartfelt words about her children. Diana expressed her wish that William and Harry would not only receive a royal education, but also be taught emotional intelligence and understand the realities of ordinary life. Her words stirred a powerful emotional response, attracting over 22 million viewers in the UK alone, sparking a dialogue about royal parenting and the values Diana wanted to instill in her children. However, Diana's candid revelations not only shocked the public, but also disrupted the royal family. The swift and decisive reaction from Queen Elizabeth II, after consulting with advisors, including the Archbishop of Canterbury and the Prime Minister, led to Diana and Charles initiating formal divorce proceedings. Diana, despite having made significant and bold decisions in her personal life, could not help but feel pain at this decision, a sign of the breakdown not only within her family but also in her relationship with the royal family. Diana, even after leaving the royal family and losing her title as princess, remained a devoted mother, and the close relationship between her and her sons, especially William, became even more apparent during the most painful moments of her life. Following her divorce from Prince Charles in 1996, a profound change occurred in Diana's life. Losing the title Her Highness, she not only felt a deep rejection, but also had to confront the inevitable shifts in her relationship with the royal family. However, throughout these turbulent years, Diana found solace and stability in her two sons. Although no longer under the protection of the royal family and her previous support system, Diana continued to dedicate herself to humanitarian work and devoted her time entirely to William and Harry. The organizations she supported, such as Centerpoint Great Ormond Street Hospital and the Leprosy Mission, are testament to her powerful influence. However, during this time, she still faced a profound sense of loneliness, something not everyone could recognize given her glamorous life. In her private letters, Diana shared her anxieties about her safety, particularly when she wrote about a plan to cause an accident that she believed Prince Charles had orchestrated for her. While the authenticity of this letter remains a subject of debate, it reflects a deeply insecure aspect of her life, a constant feeling of being watched and unsafe. Despite facing personal hardships and the pressures of royal life, Diana remained committed to making a difference in the world. Powerful images of her in protective gear walking through a minefield in Angola have become unforgettable historical moments, a testament to her courage and influence in humanitarian work. Diana leveraged her position to draw attention to important issues not only within the royal family, but globally. Diana also consistently instilled in William and Harry a strong sense of responsibility, teaching them that true leadership isn't about power, but about the opportunity to serve others. One of her statements to William when discussing her humanitarian work was, "Use your position to help those who have no voice." These are invaluable lessons, values she wanted to pass on to her sons, and they live on, profoundly influencing William and Harry, even though Diana is no longer with them. On August 31st, 1997, when Diana died in a horrific car accident in Paris, the world was shocked. The final images of William and Harry, then only 15 and 12 years old, walking behind their mother's coffin, showed their profound and indescribable grief. However, even without her, Diana's influence on her sons remains undeniable.